Did you just get kicked out of your parents' house and now you're trying to frantically figure out where you're going to live? Or did your long-term relationship just suddenly end and now you have to find a place on your own? Have no fear, my friend. I promise living alone is not nearly as scary as you think. Honestly, it was never my plan to live alone, and if you've been following me, you know why. I am currently single and ready to mingle! I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I actually want to stay single for a long time, but I was single very unexpectedly. In fact, I'm not only single, I'm actually divorced. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I entered my single and living alone era. Honestly, when my entire relationship fell apart, I definitely questioned whether I should live alone or not. Thankfully, I am in a financial position where I can, but I could always save money with a roommate, and I did have options. But I ultimately decided that I am 26 years old and I need to experience living alone. I've never done it fully until now. I had a brief period when I was in college where I lived alone for like 3 months, but that was it. This is the real deal. And while it definitely took some getting used to, especially after living with a spouse for 2 years, I've actually come to find that living alone is a great joy and a great privilege. And by living alone, I have been able to develop entirely new routines that feed my soul. One of those routines includes spending my Sunday mornings entirely by myself at a warm, cozy cafe drinking a hot, overpriced matcha latte. So I'm going to grab my coat and we're going to head out and spend a very cozy Sunday morning alone in a lovely little cafe. Let's go.
You round the corner, 4 a.m. Headlights through my window like sunlight blazing in. You lay your head down, square on the wheel, and that horn is sounding through the night's tender still. And I've got to thinking.
Hello again. What, baby? Do you have something to say? What do you have to say to the people? Tell them. What do you have to say? Nothing? So I had a lovely time at the cafe. While I was there, actually, I was looking up classes on Skillshare. If anyone has experience with Skillshare, please let me know, because I'm very interested in some of their creative writing courses, because I'm trying to get back into writing. I feel like I've been in a slump for a while, and I like the classes that they offer. And I think there's like a free month trial, but I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if you know anything about Skillshare, if you have any thoughts or opinions. I stopped by the grocery store on the way back to get some fresh produce. I also picked up some flowers for myself. If you live alone and you're single and you have not gotten into the habit of buying yourself flowers every week, what are you doing? Especially if you have a cute little flower pot or vase just laying around. I have one that I bought last year that I absolutely adore, and I can't leave her empty in the living room, of course. So every week I go out and I pick myself a cute little bouquet so I can refill my little flower pot and have nice fresh flowers. And honestly, I think that buying flowers for yourself every week is such an underrated activity. But I'm going to put up my groceries. We're going to replace our flowers. I'm going to light my candle. We're going to get into cozy zone because it is reaching into the evening time, which means we're about to lose some light. So all the candles must come up. And I think I have a little fun activity. I have one of those book nook things to build today. I don't actually know if that's what they're called. If they have a different name, I'll put it over here with the picture. But my friend bought me one for Christmas, which was so thoughtful because I've always wanted one. So we're finally going to build it. I don't know how long it's going to take. But honestly, when you're living alone, I think one of the most dangerous things is that you can just bed rot all day and nobody will say anything about it. Like, you don't have a spouse or partner or roommate to tell you, hey, get up and do something productive today. Since living on my own, I have learned that I need to put things in my calendar, I need to put things on my to-do list, and I need to try more creative things rather than just bed rotting or doom scrolling or binging Netflix all day long. I don't think that those are productive things. Though they're fine to do from time to time, of course. But when you do that for like 8 hours a day, it does not feel very good. Also, we're going to make dinner. I've been trying all these new recipes, and there's this pork chop recipe that I really want to try. It has sun-dried tomatoes. Also, another really fun thing about living by yourself is you can eat whatever you want. And right now, I think I'm in my recipe cookbook era. I've been trying all kinds of recipes. Yeah, Arby, all kinds of recipes, particularly from this one book called Come Fix You a Plate by this chef that is actually based in my home state of Mississippi. And it's a lot of Southern inspired cooking. And I've just been going through kind of all the recipes to see what I like. And then I have 3 other cookbooks that I also need to try. So our Sunday evening agenda today: get cozy, probably make a homemade coffee, because why the hell not? Build book nook thingy, cook yummy pork chop recipe. Let's go.
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out and walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our 2 albums. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a...
So this is what I was talking about. It is actually called a book nook. It looks super cute. So we're gonna see if we can build it.
See.
This might be a much larger undertaking than I was expecting. Oh, here are the little wires, because I think it lights up, which I love, you know. Between all my real candles and my fake candles, I think you can definitely tell that I am a cozy light lover. I do not like big lights. I think that big, like overhead ceiling lights should actually be illegal. It's cozy lamps and candles all the way, only in this house. This might be a multi-day project. I don't even know. As long as we make some progress and spend at least an hour or so just using our brain, being creative, being crafty, I think that's really what I need right now.
Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk.
What are you doing? My friends, I'm not gonna lie, this is harder than I thought it would be. I think it's just that there are a lot of pieces, and if you mess one up, you literally cannot move forward. So there's like a lot more brain work. For example, I know I'm like messing this part up. This is part of the bookshelf. And I just have to like keep going back to figure out like which part did I mess up? But once you do figure it out, it's very fun. And there's like this thrill because it's like you've put together another part of the puzzle, and now we get to build things. I am feeling a little bit hungry though. It's almost 7 p.m. so I think we're gonna take a break and start a cooking. I'm gonna show you this recipe because I'm really excited about it. Again, it has sun-dried tomatoes. If you are not familiar with sun-dried tomatoes or have never used them before, please do yourself a favor and try them one night. I am so excited. let's go try this recipe. If you're living on your own for the first time like me, I highly recommend investing some time into your cooking. Whether you only know the basics or don't know anything at all, this is a great opportunity to figure out what kind of recipes you like, what kind of flavors you enjoy, and it's also just a great way to kill time. I've always cooked for myself since I was a teenager, but I feel like now I'm really letting myself explore, try new recipes, fail, and succeed. Also, I'm just cooking for myself, so it's okay if it turns out bad. Nobody else is here to be disappointed. Also, as an adult, I think we have to learn how to have balanced meals. Gone are the days where we can have cereal for dinner and the occasional week-old pizza. Now is the time to nourish our bodies, especially if you're like me and nearing your 30s. However, I do want to clarify that I am not an advocate for the rhetoric that everything goes downhill in your 30s and you're just guaranteed to get fat from a singular chocolate bar. Studies show that your metabolism doesn't actually start to drastically change until your 60s, so don't worry, you're not going to turn into a whale on the eve of your 30th birthday. Anyway, here's to another lovely night having a solo dinner in my very own apartment. Honestly, I really like sharing this new part of my life, even if it's not what I anticipated. And I hope that if you're entering this new part of your life as well, that you're learning to enjoy it just as much as I am. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!